Hello, good morning children. So in the previous videos, two videos I have explained role of the government in health, how the different facilities, health facilities in private sector and government sector, how the poor people in the lack of these health facilities, how you what are the situations we have learned. Now let's see. So for the implementation of this situation, what to be done? How the situation should be controlled, how to get equal health facilities, proper health facilities to all its citizens. Let's go and see. Healthcare and equality. It is called as healthcare and equality. In healthcare, how the equality should be get? Let's see. Is adequate healthcare available to all? This healthcare, adequate healthcare, that means enough healthcare is available to all? No. Already there are so many examples given. Okay, in Kanta's daughter situation, and here Aman and Ramzan situation, and afterwards Hakim Sheikh, being a poor man, he was rejected in 8 government hospital. Later he has gone to private hospital. There he got the treatment, and he filed a case against the government, and the court given judgment that whatever he spent on the healthcare, that should be refunded by the government. Everything you have learned. So now let's see. In India, we face a situation where private services are increasing but public services are not. Only in India, private healthcare facilities are only increasing, but public healthcare, there is no improvement. What is then available to people are mainly private services. For people, only private services are available. These are concentrated in urban areas. As these services are run for profit, the cost of these services is rather high. So here in India, healthcare facilities are run by the private people. So private people, they will work for their profits. So the expenses are also becoming high. Many people cannot afford them or have to borrow money when there is an illness in the family. So being these expensive healthcare, people, they are borrowing money when they get illness. In order to earn more money, these private services encourage practices that are incorrect. So what the private services they will do for money? They will encourage more private services. At times, cheaper methods, though available, are not used. For example, it is common to find doctors prescribing unnecessary medicines, injections or saline bottles when tablets or simple medicines can suffice. Okay, if see in Ramzan case, only for small fever, different tests were taken and he was given more medicines. But in Aman's case, when he gone to government hospital, he got only some tablets. So in private private hospitals, what they will do for their profit, to earn more money, they will write more tests and they will take more money, and they will ask people to take saline bottles, to take extra medicine like that. Okay. In fact, barely 20% of the population can afford all the medicines that they require during an illness. So if we see the situation in India, only 20% people only getting proper treatment when they get illness. Hence, even for those whom one might not think as being poor, medical expenses cause hardship. Okay, if the condition is above middle class or middle class, for them also here treatment is becoming very expensive. It was reported in a study that 40% of people who are admitted to a hospital for some illness or injury have to borrow money or sell some of their possessions to pay for the expenses. So in a survey, it has been declared that many people, 40% of the people in India, they are selling their properties. Selling properties for the treatment. For proper treatment, if they got illness, 40% of people in India, okay, they are selling their properties for this to pay for the expenses. For those who are poor, Every illness in the family is a cause of great anxiety and distress. If for middle class only, if the situation is like that, means what about the poor people? For them it's a disaster, distress, anxiety and distress. What is worse is that this situation tends to happen again and again. For them, for poor people. Here, and I think it's a 7th class lesson, Kanta's daughter, being living in a slum area and unhealthy surroundings, the girl often, the people, the slum areas people, they will get often illness. So every time treatment means it is not possible for them. Those who are poor in the first place undernourished. So the poor people, they lack of nourishment will be there. They can't get proper healthy diet. These families are not eating as much as they should. They are not provided basic necessities like drinking water, adequate housing, clean surroundings, etc. So they won't have these proper, not even enough drinking water, pure drinking water. Enough drinking water will not be there, and housing facilities will not be there, clean surroundings will not be there, as they will live in slum areas only now. So they are more likely to fall ill. So in this situation, they will fall ill. The expenses on illness make their situation even worse. So on this treatment, how often they are spending, so that also will make them ill, worse. Sometimes it is not only the lack of money that prevents people from getting proper medical treatment. Women, for example, are not taken to a doctor in a prompt manner. Women's health concerns are considered to be less important than the health of the men in the family. So, one more thing, what we will do in Indian families is, in Indian families, they will give more preference to men only. Women's health will not be given proper importance. So, what they will do, they will be undernourished, and with a lot of work, they will often get ill. Okay. Many tribal areas have few health centers and they do not run properly. So, and moreover in slum areas they won't be proper health facilities. Even private health services are not available, and not only government services at the same time, because as they are poor they won't pay money. So private health services are not also available for them. So for this situation, what can be done? Okay, what should be done? Let's see. There is little doubt that the health situation of most people in our country is not good. There is no doubt in this case that our health situation is very bad in India. It is the responsibility of the government to provide quality healthcare services to all its citizens. So, it is the duty of the government. So, government should provide proper healthcare facilities to all its citizens. To all its citizens. Duty of the government only. Especially the poor and the disadvantaged. Especially to the poor people and the disadvantaged people. However, health is as much dependent on basic amenities and social conditions of the people. So, here health also depends on social position, social conditions and amenities. In what situations, in which condition the people are living, what type of food they are eating, in what type of condition they are living. All these features, all these characteristics, all these elements should reflect on this condition, health condition. Hence, it is important to work on both in order to improve the health situation of our people. And this can be done. So, it could be done. Let's see. Two examples are here given. One is the Kerala. Okay. In our India only, in Kerala state, how the government has worked out for the improvement of health facilities. Let's see. Okay. In Kerala, what they have done. Kerala government, how it have improved the healthcare facilities. Let's see. In 1996, the Kerala government made some major changes in the state. 40% of the entire state budget was given to panchayats. Here see properly. 40% of the state budget given to panchayats. How much percent? 40%. State budget means the taxes or revenues what they will collect from the people, that percent, that money, that 40% budget was given to panchayats. They could plan and provide for their requirements. Here panchayats means local level government. So whatever local level means, it will come to village, rural areas, yes or not? In rural areas, if the situation is good means, urban areas automatically they will develop. Okay, so they have focused in rural areas, that's why they have given to panchayats, so that they can implement the facilities, health facilities of the people, This made it possible for a village to make sure that proper planning was done for water, food and women's health care. Women's health. So they have mainly focused on proper pure drinking water, enough food, that means healthy food, and women's health. Women's development and education. Women's development and education also. So they have focused on these 4 aspects. What are they? Water, food, women's development and education. If these situations are developed means, automatically the health facilities also will be developed, like that the Kerala government thought. This meant that water supply schemes were checked, the working of schools and Anganwadis was ensured, and specific problems of the village were taken up. So they have focused on these Anganwadis, healthcare facilities, water supply schemes and Anganwadis also. Health centers were also improved. All of this helped to improve the situation. Despite these efforts, however, some problems such as shortage of medicines, insufficient hospital beds, not enough doctors remain, and these needed to be addressed. So this much has done. There are also some little backdrops are there. What are they? Shortage of medicines and insufficient hospital beds, enough doctors remain. That means in rural areas, doctors won't be there. They won't stay in rural areas. They will go to urban areas. They will settle there only. So, and not enough sufficient doctors. Not enough doctors remain there. So, these are the small drawbacks what happened in Kerala healthcare system. And these needed to be addressed. Let us look at an example of another country and its approach to issues of health. So, here one situation is given about our country's state, that is Kerala, and the second example they have given about another country. Okay, another country. Which is that country? Let's see. That is the Costa Rican approach. The Costa Rican approach. What is this Costa Rica? What this country has done? Let's see now. Costa Rica is considered to be one of the healthiest countries in South America. So, this Costa Rica is in South America. It is in South America. Okay. The main reason for this can be found in the Costa Rican constitution, because this, what is the improvement in it is, this is found in this Costa Rican constitution. In the constitution only they have made it. That means in a proper manner they have arranged. Several years ago, Costa Rica took a very important decision and decided not to have an army. So, when they made the constitution, by that time only several years back, they decided that this Costa Rica country, Costa Rica, okay, it should not have army, no need of army. This is the decision, no army, okay. This is the decision taken by the Costa Rica, okay. This helped the Costa Rican government to spend the money that the army would have used on health, education and other basic needs of the people. So, with this decision, this, they have decided that this country, Costa Rica, should not need any army. So the money which they can spend on this army, they have shifted to education and health. So that is the decision taken by the Costa Rica on health and education and other basic needs of the people, and other basic needs of the people. Okay, so what was the decision taken by the Costa Rica? When they were making the constitution, that time itself they have decided that Costa Rica country should not need any army. The money which can be used for the army, it should be used for the education of the people, health condition, and to complete the basic needs of the people. That was the decision taken by the Costa Rica. The Costa Rican government believes that a country has to be healthy for its development and pays a lot of attention to the health of its people. So its belief is that a country is to be healthy when the people are in good condition, then the whole country will be set in a good healthy. The Costa Rican government provides basic services and amenities to all Costa Ricans. So here this Costa Rican government that provides all the basic amenities. Basic amenities means basic necessaries, needs. It provides all the basic needs of the people. That means, for example, it provides safe drinking water, sanitation, nutrition. Okay, let's see what are they. I will write them. You have to keep in mind. You have to understand them more. Okay, so what are the departments it has? First one is drinking water. Drinking water. And the second one is sanitation. Drinking water, sanitation, nutrition, and housing. So they have focused on these 4 aspects. Costa Rica country. Health education is also considered very important, and knowledge about health is an essential part of education at all levels. So in education only they have implemented health education. That means in what type of condition people should live, what type of food they have to take, what type of surroundings they should keep. Like that, health education they made it compulsory in their education. Okay, so this is the method implemented by the Costa Rica government. So taking these 2 countries, these 2 examples, in our India also, our government can improve the health facilities in our India. Okay, children, I hope you understood this content. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.